accomplished and like I'm a grown-up. All right. Hi guys, what's up? It's me, Audra. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, I'm not sure how you got here, but certainly I'm glad you came. And if you are new here, well, you're in for a treat. All right, if you are into beauty, horror, and a little bit of commentary thrown in between, I suggest you go ahead and subscribe for the low price of $0. I will tell you a random fact about myself. Today's random fact. Listen, I might tell you guys this, but I don't want any judgment. I am always partial to the bad guy in movies. That doesn't say anything about me and my dating habits. However, Johnny Ringo from Tombstone was like, for me. Listen, I loved Johnny Ringo. And when I found out he was the same guy in Terminator, I was like, but he wasn't hot there. It's because he wasn't bad. All right, and here are my socials. Let's hang out, let's do some things, let's have some fun. I am looking for cute animal pics. Twitter is messy. If you go to Twitter, just understand I'm a messy bitch. All right. All this hair. How am I doing it? Why am I standing? Today we are doing a disorganized declutter, and I have so much shit that you may as well grab a drink, sit down, relax, because this is gonna be a little bit. I've been collecting shit, okay? Collecting it. So we're going to declutter all of these things, and it's gonna be fun-ish. For me, it's gonna be fun. Most of this is just getting chucked in the garbage because that's how we do things. And because I have so much stuff, I had to move out of my own way and stand up. So I guess, get ready for that. Okay, here we go. It's starting. First of all, we're gonna start with the Fenty Beauty Matchstick in a Unicorn. Listen, guys. This is also, it's got a lot of fuzz on it because it just fell. It just fell. So it does have a lot of fuzz on it, but it is dry. It is dry. These matchsticks are just not, I don't know anybody who actually like them, but they are so, it gets dry to the point where you can't even really use it anymore. So it's like, what is the point of having this? So this is definitely going in the trash. I'm just gonna have a little trash bin over here, and I'm just gonna start throwing things away. I mean, it was sort of cute, but I really couldn't find any good use for it. You can't drag it across your skin though. It is a horrible idea for you to do so. All right, next up, I am finally getting rid of this Laura Mercier crayon. It was an eyeshadow crayon, and it's just in this color that's gross. I got this in a beauty box. It's in this ugly ass color. And let me just throw this on the back of my hand. Here's the thing. I could try to use it for other things, and that's why I kept it for as long as I did, because I was like, oh, well, I can use this as a base to do, no, I'm not going to use it, so I need to throw it away. This is the thing that I have to be conscious of, because it becomes very easy to keep things in your collection, because you're sitting there like, well, I could use it for, no, I can't and I won't. I'm not going to, so I may as well just get rid of it. Also, do you see my face? Do you see my face? I'm feeling like a literal angel right now. Okay, listen. I'm having a moment. Let me have my moment. All right. Anyways, next up, this is being decluttered because I used it all. This is the Sweet Chef Kale plus Vitamin B Serum Shot. It hydrates and soothes dry skin. Now, I have oily skin, but I don't care. I like to hydrate the fuck out of my skin. You know why? Because I like being a very bright skinned goddess, and I enjoy that. I mean, I'm 1,000 years old, and to prevent my mummification process, I have to put as much hydration in there as possible. All right, the anointed oils are only going to do so much. Anyhow, I absolutely adored this product. I think I got to get more of it because I really liked it. It just really it made my skin so supple. My skin was so I loved this. I'm only getting rid of it because it's empty. It's empty. That's an empty. I also, by the way, I do my empties in here as well, because why not? I don't empty enough stuff, to be honest, so I can't have a whole empties video. No judgment. All right, next up, so I have a few palettes that didn't actually make it into the palette declutter because I had already set them over here. So we have quite a few palettes in this. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eyeshadow palettes, and then one highlighter palette. This is the Huda Beauty highlighter palette. Listen, here's the thing. I know that you can use it however you want to, blah, blah, but I never reach for this. Not ever. And since I don't reach for it in any capacity, I just had to realize there's no reason for me to have this. I got it in a beauty box. I just don't need to keep this in my collection because I'm never ever reaching for it. So I'm gonna go ahead and let that go.
Hey there. So one of the themes that I've noticed in almost all of my declutters is the freakish amount of stuff that I'm decluttering from beauty boxes, which I know people feel whatever way they do about them, but we all have to admit they do create an enormous amount of waste because they're products you didn't get to choose, and because you didn't get to choose them, as you then start selecting products you want in your regular everyday life, buying bronzers and highlighters that you like, you stop reaching for what you were just basically given, in a sense. You stop reaching for the bullshit that was handed to you. Specifically, if you have melanin in your skin, it's very difficult. It's rough in these streets for someone with melanin in a beauty box, because most of these beauty boxes just end up making you look like an ashy ass mess. So that is my random PSA. Beauty boxes cause a lot of waste. All right.
Next up, we have an eyeshadow palette. This one is from Suva Beauty. It's the Rose Period palette. I'm afraid to open it because I feel like there's a shade in here that kind of broke, and it did. This is it. You're gonna look at it like this. It broke when it got to me. The thing is, I don't reach for it, not just because I broke it. Don't be like, girl, you broke it, and so that's why. No, it just doesn't have anything in it that's really calling to me, although I do like this chiffon shade. But realistically, I can just depot the few shades in here that I like. I'm gonna use this as my learning tool. I think I can just depot the shades that I don't like, or that I do like, don't like. I'm gonna depot the shades that I do like and then get rid of the rest, because honestly, like I just don't reach for it. Those are very, very, for the most part, kind of neutrally colors, but this one, y'all, this one is like, I love her. This one's bae. I like her so much. Like me. Hold on. The camera's not used to me standing. But yeah, this one's bae. I really like this one a lot, so I'm not gonna be mad at it. So I think I'm gonna learn to depot there. This is the I'm a Beach palette. It's a bunch of singles, and I was gonna get rid of it, but now I'm looking at it and I realized, like, I have a bunch of singles, so I'm gonna keep it. Don't look at me, okay? We're putting it in the keep pile again. Listen.
This is the judgment-free zone.
No judgments. No judgments. Okay. All right, next up we have the Real Her 2 shadow palette. Do your squats. I don't know why it says do your squats, but it does. It says do your squats on the front. I don't know what that means, but okay. I think they're telling me to do squats, but like, baby, I'm old, my knees, So this is just a very basic bitch palette, and that is not me at all. Even when I start going back to work, I'm just gonna wear color. Like, I can't, I'd rather just start out wearing color than pretend I'm like this neutral ass bitch, which I'm not, and then surprise them one day with like my cacaw going on. So I'm not trying to do that shit, so we're just gonna go ahead and let her go. I probably should have warned you that you might want to put on headphones if you have children or you're listening to me at work out loud, because I do curse. 8 minutes in and they've already just started being weird. Okay, next up we have this weird little palette from Wander Beauty. It's the Wanderous Seascape. This I got in a beauty box. It's another beauty box palette. Listen, no thank you. No thank you. So here's the thing. None of these shades are that pretty at all. So this Coastal should be a little, like, I feel like it should just be prettier than it is. Like, I know that you're looking at it in the camera and you think it might be pretty, but it's not as pretty as I wanted it to be. It's got a purple undertone on me. So it's more purpley than blue. The camera's not exactly picking it up, but you can kind of see it on my finger from this perspective. But it's more purpley than blue, and it doesn't have the shimmer that I was hoping that it would have when you look at it in the pan. Then the Seafoam is just kind of this funky gold color that even when I've tried to play with it, I have not liked how it looks on my skin tone. I went in twice to just kind of pull that for you. I don't like the way that it looks on my skin. It just looks kind of blah, and it doesn't pull that pretty kind of green color because I'm darker, so it just doesn't pull that green. And then there's also Golden Reef. I've played literally with all of these, and this is supposed to be like a pretty gold. Again, all the shimmers just don't really shine on me the way that I want them to. So I just realized, you know what, this is a cute little palette, but I don't need it in my collection, so I'm letting that one go. And finally, we have the Fairy Tale Story by Storybook Cosmetics. Listen, this is just too much, okay? It's got a shit ton of wasted space too. It's shaped like a book, and it doesn't need all of this. Like, it has a mirror, but like all of this thickness, there's nothing here. So it's just like I have this huge ass thing, and it's all right. Like, it's an all right palette, I guess. It's just not for me. I've played with it a couple of times, but since I never reach for it because I have no good place to put a palette like this, like there's really no good place to put it, I'm just gonna go ahead and let that go because that's not for me. It's not for me. That's a no from me, dog. Whew, the girl's getting thirsty, but we're gonna keep going. I'm not drinking this week, so. Are you shocked? Don't be. All right, so next up we have, I just dropped another thing. We have the Glow Recipe Pineapple Bright Serum. This serum, I don't know why I can't say serum, you guys. Anyways, this I finished, but I'm not gonna repurchase this, okay? There's a few reasons why, but one is like, ugh. It just became a chunk at the bottom, by the way. Like, I don't know if you can see it. Wait, hold on. Let me see if you can see this at all. Look right here down at the bottom and like see if you can, yeah, you saw that. It's just a chunk. It's gross. All right, so it became a chunk at the bottom. I'm not gonna repurchase this. I just feel like I have better brightening serums. I have better brightening serums. I have one from OK. It's a Korean brand, and it's far superior to this, like far superior to this. I feel like there's a lot of people on YouTube that like this so much, but I just think it's okay. I have one that I swear to you, I'm gonna have to show it to you one day, but when I put this OK like glow serum on my face, when I tell you that like I am shining so much, like my skin is so bright and beautiful that aliens literally came down because they thought I was their moon. This does not compare to that. So not only is it empty and I'm throwing it away, but I'm not gonna repurchase that. That is not a repurchase. All right, so next up we have the Anastasia Brow Definer. It sucked. I feel like I decluttered this before, but I'm not positive if I did, but I'm gonna throw it away. Like, that's the end of that. It's just horrible. It is not my thing. Next up, we have the Iconic London. Let me shake it for you. Freaking Prep Set Glow. This shit is gross. I'm sorry. It leaves your skin feeling sticky as fuck, number one, and you see all the glitter? Okay, so I'm gonna spritz this on my hand, and I'm not gonna ruin my face like I typically do when I try to do this, but it's just glitter, basically. It's like a glitter bomb on your face. It has a very strong smell, and it's sticky. Like, I never reach for it. Like, I just feel like whenever I use it, you can kind of see it right now. It's more oil-based, I feel, and it doesn't typically, like when I would use it on my face, it just didn't dry down well. I felt like I just had an oily mass on my face, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I just don't like it. It's not good. I got it. This is another thing I got in a beauty box. I kept trying to convince myself that maybe I could try it this way or that way. Every way I tried it, I hated it. So, bye ho. Next up, I'm gonna do these in tandem. This is a NYX powder blush and a Super Shock Cheek from ColourPop. This is so hard, and honestly, I just don't like them from ColourPop. I feel like something happens, but like, it's a little soft. I just don't reach for it at all, so I decided that it was time to let her go. Like, it's just, we're just not together anymore, and that's fine. That's fine. Like, but I just don't reach for her. I have other highlighters. I go for more colorful highlighters because I find generally
generally.
I find generally that the colorful ones show better on my skin. So if I use like a pink or purple, it's just more dimensional and it gives me a better glow, especially when I'm trying to glow to the heavens. That really does it. This NYX powder blush, it's just hella old. It's in cinnamon. It's a really pretty color, but it's super old. And then I also got my Saharan blush palette, so I don't need to keep this anymore. And really, it's like, I don't know how many years old it is, but it's reached a state of crusty. So throw that away. All right, next up we have, this is an empty. It is the First Aid Beauty Facial Radiance Pads. They exfoliate, tone, and brighten. I did really like these a lot. You can see that I use them to the point where the cap is dirty, but I like these a lot. I don't know if I would repurchase. I think the main thing that would keep me from repurchasing it is that it is a lot of individual pads, and I would rather just use like one product instead of the waste of all of the pads. But otherwise, I really did like it. Like, I just don't want to deal with an individual pad every single time. I just use a really good toner right now. I use the DEclutter's toner, and I love that. So that's that. To the trash. Right. I got deep down in this bitch. Okay, there's more face palettes. So first up, we have the Sex Kitten Tarte palette. You know, I think I bought this when I was first starting out in 2016. Sorry that moved all around. But I bought this in 2016 when I was first starting out. I thought like, oh, look at me. I'm so like makeup-y and like fucking my ass and like make it my, you know, your smoky look, you know, the smoky eye. It's just not my cup of tea anymore. And honestly, it's not that cute. You can really only make like 2 looks with this. And then after that, they're all the same look. Maybe it's because I'm not skilled. Who knows? But the point is, I'm over it. I don't need this in my life anymore. And honestly, I have better palettes, so I'm happy there. Next up is the Violet Voss Essentials palette. I've saved this from too many chopping blocks to not be using it. It's really like, it's actually quite pretty, but I just feel like you had to work a little too hard for a lot of the shades, and I don't like the black. And that's just it. I don't reach for it. I'm not gonna justify myself. I don't reach for it, so I'm decluttering it. That is enough of you. I actually like the palette, it's just I don't reach for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can like things and not use them, and that's another criteria I had to throw in. Like, I don't like it, but also I'm not using it. I can't wait till I can sit down, because we're getting to sit down point now. You guys, I'm gonna feel so much more comfortable when I'm sitting. Aren't you? Aren't you gonna feel more comfortable when I'm sitting? Because I feel like that's a thing. Please say yes. Okay. Okie dokes. I am now at the stage of the party where we're sitting, and that's a good party. Okay, so next up I have this NARS Samoa Matte Bronzer. So this is one I'm gonna have to get rid of because, listen, this ain't bronzing shit on me. Hold up, there you go. Yeah, do you see how that is just beige? So I'm not, like, to get any color out of it, like, look what a dusty bitch I would have become. You see how I was dusty? Do you see it now? Dustiness. So and I missed the window of opportunity to be able to return it, so I'm decluttering her. It just is not my shade. It was misrepresented as fuck on the website. It looked significantly darker than that, and so I'm a little annoyed by that. I wish they'd stop doing that. Because I'm brown, I'm not tan. All right, so anyways, stop being a bitch, Audra. No, don't. Be the bitch you are. All right, so next up we have a blush here. This is from AOA Studio. The thing about this blush, it weirded me out. I know that this can happen, but there was something that creeped me out about like it getting this weird stippling all in it. I know, you're like, why are you, I just didn't like it. That just freaked me out. It happened so quickly, and I was just like I've had things get dry or whatever, but I've never had them get like stippled. It looks like Mars. So I'm gonna throw that away because I was concerned about what was happening there. So, but it was a really pretty color. Like the shade was actually quite stunning on me. I loved it. I looked like so apple cheeked and like youthful, and I was down for that shit, but like, I don't know what, I became afraid. Listen. Okay. Next we have this weird little eyeshadow by IBY Beauty, which I actually like IBY Beauty. I just keep getting like the worst shit. I got this from a beauty box. Again, it's I just don't, as soon as I saw it, I knew I wouldn't like it because this is the shade and I have this shade a million times over, so I just don't need it. So yeah, we're gonna let that go. Oh, gosh, we're 20 minutes in and I still have so much shit. Please, please bear with me. Are you guys still here? Say yes. Tap on the screen if you're still here. No, don't. That's weird. Okay. Next up, I have this weird ass mellow tinted brow gel. Now, first of all, I don't really fucks with brow gel for the most part. But like I got like this whole eyebrow set. I don't know what was going on in beauty boxes for a little bit. And this was last year, but they were just sending like all these brow products. And I was just like, do they think it's still 2016? Like, I'm not doing all that work for my brows, y'all. I draw these all with a pencil. Y'all seen this. If this face was gonna get ready with me, so you saw how I do my eyebrows. There's like there's nothing, no fanfare, and I'm not even carving anything out. I'm just like, eyebrows on, moving on. So this isn't for me, and I've had it for a long time. I'm gonna throw it in the trash. Holy balls. Okay. I keep looking in here and I'm just like, oh my God, there's so much stuff, but I'm gonna get through this. We're gonna get through this. This might be the last disorganized declutter of this much stuff for a very long time. So like, let's just sit back, relax, and enjoy. Now we're going to, I'm trying to get all the little eyeshadows and all those little things. Oh, look, I have another IBY Beauty. Isn't that fun? Ugh. I swear to God, it's the same shade. It's supposed to be a highlighter. It's the Radiant Glow highlighter. This is supposed to be in Prosecco. I swear to you, it's like the other one was a Lush eyeshadow and it was Nightfall. Here's the thing. If you're going to give me this as like a tester, like this is child size. Do you see the size of my face? Like what? Listen, stop playing with me. So I'm just gonna, like, I didn't even use this, and I'm just gonna declutter them because like they're just these tiny baby things, and I wouldn't even put them in, like there's nowhere I would put them where I would even think to use them. Next up we have the Wander Beauty. This is supposed to be like lip and cheek tint. And for me, no. And it's a creamy product. I have oily skin. No, it didn't look cute on my lips. I'm actually gonna go ahead and throw that away because it is creamy. Then we have Phase Zero, which I've never heard of, but it's the Making Moves blusher. I've never even heard of this. I swear to you, I had to have gotten this in a beauty box because there's no fucking way I bought this, like, because I've never even heard of this brand. I can't open it because I have these nails. Oh, I did it. It's actually very pretty. It's like a pretty blusher, but okay, hold on. There we go. It's a pretty blusher, but it's not for my skin tone. This would end up making me look very, very ashy. And you can tell, like, you can see that, like, I would get the goldy kind of highlighty shade out of it, but I have reached a stage with a lot of different products where it's like, listen, if in the end I have to continuously repurpose a product, not because I wanted to, but because I had to, that I don't need to keep it in my collection. That's just how I feel about it. That's me. All right, next up we have the Scentbird Melting Lip Balm in Modern Rose. I hate this because it's a greasy ass lip balm. I tried it for so long, but it's one of those greasy ones that when you put it on your lips, you're like, sorry, Teresa. She doesn't like those noises, but that's what you have to do. And it was gross. And it also, the scent was kind of gross. Like, ugh. I don't like rose scented things like that. I'm very weird about that. It does stink. Like, I didn't like the smell and I didn't like the taste. I know you're not supposed to eat it, but like, it's on my mouth. No judgment zone. Next up we have the Flash Instant Shine Mask. This is for your hair. I have so many Amika products. It's unreal. This is another reason why I got rid of beauty boxes. I say this every time I'm decluttering, but I had so many hair products from Amika, and you guys, I don't do my hair, and I told them in everything, like, I don't want any hair products. Like, I don't want any, and they were just always sending them to me. And so I'm gonna declutter this because, like, if my hair is a mess, I'm wearing a wig and then it gets done. Like, this is the cycle I'm in. So like, I just don't, and when I do my hair, I have more than enough of this. So there's that. Okay, here we go. This is the NYX Professional. I don't know why I said NYX Professional. This is a eye pencil. It's actually quite pretty, but I had to get rid of it because if this was still available, I would still get this because it's actually very stunning. The issue is that I got a sty with this, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw this away. Like, I had a sty and I was using this, and then when I had, like, you see what I'm saying? It was sty adjacent, so rather than stress myself out, I'm gonna throw that away. This I actually got in the Kinder beauty box. It's a natural and organic eyeliner in black. I actually just have too many black eyeliners. This one's nice, but I started using it for my eyebrows at some point, and it's okay. I mean, it just doesn't work the way I want it to work, so I'm gonna throw that away. And like I said, I had too many black eyeliners. This one is the one from Clinique, and this is from their Quick Liner Intense Eyes. This goes on, you know what? Why am I letting this go? This goes on very easily. I'm gonna keep that one. I don't know if you know which one it was, and it's the more brilliant black. It's this brilliant ass black. I'm gonna keep this. Why am I decluttering this? I'm on crack. Like, no, put that back. Put that back. Non-decluttered. Sometimes we find stuff in the declutter box and we're like, oh, why were you decluttering this? It's probably because I have too many blacks. I'm gonna find that out some other time when I'm decluttering. Listen, no judgment zone. All right, finally not finally, but next I do have a concealer I'm letting go. It is the LA Girl Pro Conceal. I really don't know why people liked this so much. Like, everyone was always raving about it, and I tried it, and first of all, I hate this applicator with every fiber of my being. It's just, cause you squeeze and then like you're sitting there and you kind of wait, and then it just like kind of bubbles up like that. And then you either have too much or not enough product. And then I just didn't like this delivery system. And I don't like this shade. And it was just, I don't know, there was something that I just didn't like about it. There are many things, especially the applicator. Specifically, the applicator I hate the most. I did kind of like that this had a little bit more of a reddish tone to it, but I just don't like it enough to keep it. Like, I don't like it. I'm sorry. All right, we're finishing this out with lip products, and then you are free to do whatever it is that you were doing today, which I hope was lighting the flames so that you can help me to destroy all of my enemies. Just kidding. I don't have any enemies. What's wrong with me? All right. I'm like, listen, I got over a migraine, and now like I'm just like, I feel so good. Okay, next up we have I have 3 from Joa. First up, we have the Infinite Kiss. This is their satin liquid lipstick, which, let me just tell you right now, it is a bomb fucking formula. The only reason I'm letting this go is because it's really old, and it actually bothers my lips now, as products like this do. But this is the color, y'all. And I was able to get this color. It's I think I got it from Colored Rain, Affluence. I also got something sort of similar to that from Becca, and also Marc Jacobs. So this satin lipstick, their satin lipstick is amazing. I would actually repurchase this because I absolutely love the formula. It was very, very comfortable, and when they said satin, they weren't fucking around. I have these other 2 Joa lipsticks. They're both blue. Why did I say blue? They're red. That's weird. Looking directly at them, they're red. I'm like, they're both blue. They're both red. They're their Smack On. This is in red velvet. And then you also have this one. Kissing Cousins. I like them because they kind of look like they were in, like, you know, those old timey like ice cream like places. Anyways, and then the other one, I'm sorry, was in Cherry Cheesecake. They're both very similar colors, but they're also both very, very old. And that's the thing about the Joa, I will say, is they, like, the colors are pretty and all of that, and the formulas are very soft and easy to deal with. They're very, very comfortable, but these do actually like hold up to, this is the expiration date, which I'm fine with that. I actually kind of like that because it makes life easier, but they're beautiful. I love them. Like, this is just one of them. I think this is Cherry Cheesecake that I slapped on right quick for you. That's really pretty. I loved her. She was so glorious. Now we have 2 here from Half Caked. I don't even know if this brand still exists, but one is in Power Trip and one is in Girl Crush. Power Trip, Girl Crush. All right, these are them. They have a cute little like top too. They're so cute. But the thing is, I never ever reach for these. This is an orange, like a bright orangey. And then when I did start reaching for them, they do something weird to my lips. Like they make my lips feel hard and crusty. And that is not something I'm interested in, so I decided to let these go. I feel like I got these both in, like there used to be this lip bag. I think they finally went defunct because they're shitty service and all that. But like it was like really hard to cancel, and if they're still around, so sorry. But there was like a lip subscription and I got these in there, and these are old. I'm gonna throw those away now. We have another lip color. We have something from Wander Beauty. I don't reach for this anymore, and it's just a small little sample. So, you know, it's okay. It was all right. Again, I always know a lipstick is going bad for me because it always makes my lips feel kind of hard and crusty. So this one was in Wanderberry. There were so many words here. I'm so sorry. I was like, Wander Out Dual Lipstick, Wanderberry. So this is in Wanderberry, and this be her here. She's actually really pretty, but like again, as soon as my lips start to feel like crusty from it, then I just stop. Like there's no reason for me to keep it when I have crusty lips. Like, I mean, I have pretty lips, so. All right, next up I have this Amore Matte Lip Cream. This one was from Milani. I just had this for a very, 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 very long time. All right, so let me show you this side. That would make more sense. All right, so the color was actually pretty. I did not, however, like this formula very much. I got it because I wanted the red, but I really don't. This particular one, I do not like the formula. Normally I like virtually everything from Milani, but this was just like hard. It felt a little hard, a little bit uncomfortable, a little tight on the lips. So this was just something I didn't enjoy. It's a lip creme, but I didn't feel like it was cremmy. All right. And finally, we were at the bottom of the box. All right, we are gonna end this with an ABH lip color. It is their liquid lipstick in Bohemian. I just don't like it. I don't reach for it, and I'm not partial to the formula either. Anybody who has these, like somebody let me know if y'all like them. I just wasn't a fan, and I don't reach for this particular shade, and also I don't support the brand, so I figured I may as well let this go. And I have like other shades that are better, and they're in like bullet lipstick form, and I like those more. So that, okay, so we're finished. What is it, like 40 minutes later, we're finished. I'm finally done. I'm finally done decluttering. I actually feel really good about this. I'm feeling like a good human. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching me declutter all of this stuff. So now you can see why I have been introducing so many other things into my collection, because there's so much that I had to get rid of, and that I was just like waiting to have a better something like a substitute for, and now that I have them, I can finally let go of all these other things. And again, just for those of you who if you just enjoy declutter videos just because you enjoy them, great, thank you. But if you're ever looking at things like this, again, I'm always gonna say this, I always continuously look at my collection, and I'm always trying to make sure that I'm going through it on a regular basis to make sure that there's stuff in here that I'm actually willing to use and want to use, instead of stuff where I'm like, maybe as soon as I have the word maybe in there, I just put it in the box. So I hope that helps you. This box was brought to you by Influencer, where I got free dressing, and it was delicious actually. Don't worry, this isn't sponsored or anything. I'm just telling you, like, this is the box that I chose for this month. So every month I just choose a random box, and this month it happened to be the Bitten box. So, all right, that is it. That is it. That is the end of this declutter. You guys go do something. Go do something productive and wonderful with your day. And productive doesn't mean what you think it means. It's whatever productive is for you. Like my productive thing for today is gonna just be to find something to eat, because I haven't really eaten all day. And one cannot exist on snickerdoodles, coffee, and stress all day. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. A huge shout out to my patrons. Y'all are made up of rainbows and unicorns, and you're fabulous and wonderful. Thank you for being a part of my family, and I appreciate hanging out with you guys and all the patron-only things that we do. And until next time, guys, stay safe out there. Put on your mask. It's really not a big deal. It costs $0 to be kind. Just, you know, try it on for size. It's like, it's also easier for your spirit. All right, guys, thank you, and deuces. I say thank you.